Hello everybody, it is Mr. Truin here. As you know, I oversee behaviour, student wellbeing, student welfare, personal development and the pastoral teams. And I just wanted to accompany the letter with this video as parents referenced that they liked that last time and it was easier to read through the letter, or they were able to see the video and put a bit more context to the letter so it didn't become very wordy. As you know, you can see some of our assemblies on the YouTube channel as well alongside this. But I wanted to start off by saying thank you, a massive, huge thank you, because when we compare September 2024 to November 2024 to now, of September 2025 to November 2025, there is 134,000 more achievement points that have been given. We have focused on manners and respect and our clear conduct and having courtesy and using professional language as an example, and 12,399 more achievement points compared to last year for just showing good manners. More students are trying to push themselves to become learning champions. So last year we had 506 people learning champions. This year it's doubled, it's gone to 1,012. More students pushing themselves to gain that learning champion in lessons. Learning champion become more of a frequent thing around the school. So thank you for all your efforts at home in ensuring that students are equipped in school on time, have the right mentality to learn, and are pushing themselves for those achievement points and showing good manners amongst our staff. It was the most number of head student and house manager applications that we've ever had, and they were incredibly strong. The head student applications and interviews in particular, anybody who would have done that in previous years would have been posted. The interviews were sublime. They were so eloquent in how they were talking. They were articulate about what they wanted to improve and bring to the role and to the school. So they're a real credit to our school, as are the house managers as well. But it's amazing to see that the movement of placing people into different areas for houses for the tutor encouraged more house manager applications and more students wanting to be a part of the student leadership team. Uniform is looking amazing at the moment, so thank you for your efforts in supporting that. And all of those efforts that you're putting in at home are having a huge benefit of the learning in school, because we know that our actions don't always just impact us, it impacts everybody else. And in an 8-week block, 268 students had 0 B codes in the whole of the 8 weeks. And we still maintain that. So I think about last week, Monday to Friday, 624, so half the school had 0 B codes in the whole week, which is superb. In 8 weeks, 676 had 0 restoratives in 8 weeks. 809 students had 1 restorative. So they had a conversation with a member of staff on duty there, or a member of staff came down to speak to them, and that was all they needed, just to have 1, and then for the rest of the 8 weeks they didn't have any others. And when we talk about learning in the lesson, 2,165 less low-level disruption B codes awarded compared to last year. We've got transition music, house areas and tutor time, so every area's got their own house allocation now. We've had an increase in the house competitions, non-sporty ones, so you've had the tutor boards, we've had the Remembrance Day house competitions, we've had a Spelling Bee house competition, we've got an IT house competition coming up. And now we're going to move to our Reflection Mondays. As we spoke to the students about, we don't learn from experience, we don't just learn from doing things, we learn from reflecting on those experiences. And we also want our tutors to be able to help students in reflection, but also set up the week. So each Monday as students come in, they'll have this reflection time, they'll do it in their books, they've got some prompts to be able to help them, but they'll look at their data and they'll think about what they can do for the week ahead to try and improve. But they're also thinking about what they've done really well. So for example, they start with which lesson are you most proud of and why, and which lesson did you produce the most beautiful work in. So there's a lot of positives to reflect back on as much as developments, but we have to teach people how to reflect. We have to teach people how to do it correctly without, one, getting too bogged down into being so negative, because there's a lot of things that people are doing well, and 2, to be able to learn from those experiences. And then finally, there's just a quick notice. We want all phones to be in students' bag. That's the rule. That's not changed. That's been consistent. Students and parents to use the pastoral team and reception for forms of communication. Please don't text your child or call your child on their phone, because that can sometimes cause issues with members of staff. If a phone is out, it is confiscated and handed back at the end of the day via reception. However, if that happens 3 times within that week, so students get 3 B1s for misuse of phone, the parent will need to come and collect that phone from reception, just so that we can reduce those anxieties of being on your phone, break those habits of being on your phone, make sure that learning is maximised, but also social conflicts don't occur as well, because social media is sometimes, being overseeing the pastoral teams, that is one of the biggest areas that we have to manage in terms of dealing with conflicts. So we're just trying to break the habits a little bit, support students to have healthy habits and not be so addicted to their phone. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a nice evening. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.